Persephone to look as good as possible for the parents. Let's turn off cardiac support. Ventilator.
Let's take a minute.
Check valve. Every time the heart contracted, blood went into the opposite side of the heart and raised lung pressure. The hole reduced the pressure when it got too high because it allowed backflow, but our repair of the defect blocked this backwards flow. What if we made it so she still had a heart defect, but only when she needed it?
It'd be like an unlatched door in the wall of the heart. When the pressure gets too high on the right side, the door swings open, releasing the pressure on the lungs. The rest of the time it stays shut.
It should reduce lung pressure by 1/3. Is that enough?
Depends on how high her pulmonary vascular resistance is.
PVR is pulmonary artery pressure minus wedge pressure divided by cardiac output times 80.
Is she okay?
She still has a surgery or two in her future, but yes, she's gonna be great.
Can I hold her?
I think that would be very nice. For both of you.
Angel. My baby. Come hold her. You were fighting for her too.
Nice work.
Thank you.
This is beautiful.
Listen to her.
Hello, Dr. Han. You take the bus too?
No, Shaun. I just wanted to talk to you. You really do have remarkable diagnostic skills. I have to admit, you're an asset to this hospital.
I am.
I spoke to the residency director of pathology, and we both agree you'll be a great fit there.
I'm a surgical resident.
As a pathology resident, you'll touch cases and lives across all the medical departments. It's an opportunity for you to help patients without having to deal with patients. Given your difficulties with communication and social cues, I think it will be a much better fit.
No, thank you. I have been working very hard at my communication skills.
Hard work isn't enough. You have to do the job.
I am a surgical resident.
You were. And you're going to do great work in pathology. Can you explain why, instead of remaining in pathology as directed, you were in a patient's room, going through her purse?
I didn't speak to her. She was asleep.
Dr. Murphy, any reticence I had about removing you from surgery just vanished. You shouldn't be in contact with patients or their families or anything they own. Do you understand, or am I going to be forced to fire you?
Sadie's social media says that she finances her climbing travel by working as a freelance food critic. She reviewed a Japanese restaurant that used to have a restaurant grading system score of A, but then it dropped to a C, which corresponds to very bad food safety practices. Bad sushi can lead to worms, but it usually doesn't because stomach acid almost always kills fish parasites, but not if someone is taking an acid blocker, which 60 million Americans are. I saw a bottle in her purse. Sadie could have sparganosis with an encapsulated worm that is mimicking a meningioma.
That's a good idea.
Excellent. I'll tell the patient.
I will tell the patient. I'll tell her we're doing a biopsy to confirm the initial diagnosis.
But we're...
It will tell us if the initial diagnosis is correct. Your theory is a real long shot. It would be irresponsible to get her hopes up.
Moment of truth.
Follow me. Our initial diagnosis was wrong. You don't have a meningioma. You have a worm in your brain. And while that sounds fairly gross, it is completely curable.
So the sense of doom, it was wrong?
It saved your life.
As did Dr. Murphy. This is the pathologist who noticed an abnormality in one of your tests. That led us to this discovery.
Can I give you a hug too, Dr. Murphy?
No.
You and your sister will be free to conquer whichever of the remaining 50 peaks you choose as soon as my team surgically removes the worm. Of course.
There are not a lot of doctors who would have made the leap that you made today, Shaun. Good work.
Yes. It was excellent work.
Most people would say thank you, but technically, that's not an incorrect response. Have a good evening. You've earned it.
I don't want to go on walks. I don't want to move on from cases after the tests are done. I do not want to be a pathologist. Dr. Hahn, you need to make me a surgical resident again.
I appreciate you telling me that. I was wondering whether you had it in you to advocate for yourself. But the truth is, Shaun, what you did today, it proved I'm right. Your skills are tremendous. Your weaknesses, equally significant. You could be a great pathologist. Just think of all the Sadies out there waiting for you to save them.